because he had that freaking doll.
Yeah.
And seriously, what was that doll about?
Yeah, I don't know. That doll came to life and saved this kid.
Yeah, he had this doll that was a little guy on a noose that he had hung from his van. And when he wrecked the van, he made sure to get it. At least he got it back at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I was a little concerned about that when he dropped it. I'm like, oh no, he dropped the doll.
That's his dolly. Anyways.
Off track again?
Yeah.
Off track again?
We're trying to make this short. We could talk about this for hours.
Yeah. I will say one thing and then I'll let, whatever he wants to say, and then we'll move on to the music part of it. I actually got a little bit more interested in, not more interested than the music, because it's Metallica playing live on an IMAX screen with IMAX surround sound. I love that. But I was really curious about the story and really watching that, because that part of the story was probably only really maybe 10 minutes out of the whole movie.
Yeah, total. 10,
12 minutes at most. It just made me want more, because it was an interesting character. I would love to see something else done with that.
Yeah.
Because you don't know anything about him, but he's obviously, it seems to be almost from the point of view of, this is what our fans are like. Because he's a roadie for them and he gets torn up.
Yeah.
Throughout this. He almost dies like 3 times.
Yeah.
But he still makes the mission. He finds the bag and he takes it back to them. And at the very end of the movie, you see Metallica members just jamming on stage and he's sitting in the audience all beat up and bloody and broken.
Like he's watching a rehearsal or something.
Yeah.
And what is in the bag?
Yeah. They never tell us what's in the bag.
Yeah. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's like the scene at the end of 7. What's in the box? What's in the box? But they don't tell you what's in the bag.
Yeah. It was basically just a MacGuffin, just a plot point. But they couldn't have told us.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Now I understand what all the comments I've seen on the Facebook pages have been about.
Have them open it up and have it be like shares a Napster or something. Lars.
Oh.
Sorry. We're going to be banned from Metallica.
We probably are going to be from now on.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. It was worth making. It was worth it making that joke.
Yeah. So yeah,
you talk now.
I don't have anything to say about the movie. Besides the fact that it was well shot, and
gosh,
it was interesting. Now you have to understand. I'm talking about like the actual movie within the movie. Well shot, gritty, dirty, disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Really disturbing.
The 3D effects were good.
The 3D effects were good, even though we were, 15 feet from the stage and we were looking at it like this.
Yeah.
It took a while. 3D effects were good, but it took a while to really get into it.
Yeah.
It did.
There was some stuff that was like stuff flying, but not a lot.
Yeah, it's more depth of field, and it really made you feel like you were there.
Yeah, it really did.
And with that, I think we should start with the music. With the concert part of it, because
that's where you really notice the 3D effects more than anything. Because they did a lot of stuff that was close-ups of the people, and you could see the different layers of everything.
Yeah.
And the shots in the crowd, you really sensed like you were actually standing in front of the crowd looking at it.
Yes.
As it rose up,
And go and see this. It's in IMAX for like a week. If there's an IMAX theater somewhere, go see it in IMAX.
Oh my God.
Because unfortunately, neither one of us has ever seen Metallica live. But this is the closest you will ever be at a Metallica concert without being at a Metallica concert.
Mm-hmm.
It was so loud. And it wasn't like a loud movie loud. It was loud like you're at front row in front of the speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Getting your mind blown.
Oh, God.
Like vibrations everywhere. Like I still can't, I'm having a little trouble hearing right now. And it was just like, it was like being there.
Yeah, it really was.
And they played they played great music, a good range of everything from Kill 'Em All all the way up to Cyanide was on Death Magnetic. So pretty much almost the entire gamut of
That's what that song.
their
That's
their
what that
body
song
of work.
was. That's the only song I didn't recognize. I've only ever heard Death Magnetic like once or twice.
And it was,
I really liked it. I don't have it to listen to.
and I will say this: I had never headbanged in a movie before. I don't know if he could see me in the corner of his eye, but I never stopped moving.
Oh, of
The
course I saw
entire
you.
thing, I never stopped moving. I even turned around a few times to see if anybody else was reacting, and they were just all watching it.
There were a few people.
There was a guy beside me that was getting into it too. I was like, "You're at a Metallica concert. Get into it."
Yeah. There were a few people I saw behind, because I turned around and looked too. There were a few people that were going for it during Master of Puppets.
Oh yeah, that seemed like to be the big, like everything built towards that song.
Oh gosh, yes, that was an amazing scene. Them playing that song.
And then when Enter Sandman started, that's when just it went, batshit crazy.
Yeah. Oh god, yes. But Master of Puppets was one of the. They had a lot of stuff going on stage for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had a huge Justice statue for when they did Injustice for All. They had a huge
Electric chair
for
with,
Ride the Lightning.
with 4 Tesla machines actually producing lightning.
Yeah.
Like there was one where it actually, I think they were connected to a camera, and it actually struck into the camera.
Yep.
It was cool. And then of course the Master of Puppets with all the crosses that came up.
That was amazing.
Yes,
Oh my
all
god.
the smoke screen and everything.
That was
But
beautiful.
the top of all tops had to be one.
Oh, of course. Oh my gosh. Now, I loved this portion, and one of the reasons I like it is just because I like the song. But out of my 2 favorite Metallica songs, I didn't get either one of them in this. And one of them I was disappointed that they didn't play it, and that was Unforgiven. They also didn't play Wherever I May Roam, and that was a little weird. But my favorite Metallica song is The Four Horsemen from Kill 'Em All, and I figured they wouldn't play that one because it's not one of their big ones. So I was extremely satisfied with getting one, and I figured that it would be in the movie somewhere, but it was just so amazing. It was such a, I'll say it, none of them have lost a step.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the big things that I noticed in the movie, is, they're all getting older.
With the exception of Robert Trejo.
Yeah, but they have not lost a step at all. They are still some of the best around. Even Mr. Ulrich, who I don't always have good things to say about, but when you saw him behind that drum set, you realized who he was.
And Kirk still can shred.
Oh gosh, yes. And so can James.
James has still got he's blown his voice, but he still has a decent voice for, doing it for 30-something years.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not as good as it used to be. But still, I mean.
Surprisingly enough, he seems to do better now on the parts that require to be faster and a little louder.
Yeah.
When he starts to slow down some, especially like on parts of 1 and never mind.
Through the Never.
Through the Never.
No,
that's not what they.
No. Anyways, but you understand what I'm
saying. It doesn't quite sound as good as it used to, but it still sounds great.
And he can still play too.
Oh, yeah, he can still play. And I mean, there's nothing to say about Robert Trujillo. He is just a beast, come to life.
Yeah.
But 1 was amazing. They had a great background for it. It was all war type stuff going on, and it was such a powerful
intro
song.
With all the smoke screen and flash bangs, and they just had like thousands and thousands of lasers shooting at the screen,
like bullets. They had
looking like bullets.
They had bullet sounds going off. It was like they threw the audience into the middle of a battle. For like 2 minutes it went on before they even came out.
It was great.
Oh gosh, yes.
So I would say overall, if you're a Metallica fan, recommend it. Go see it. Go see it in IMAX if you can.
Yeah.
Go see it in IMAX 3D if you can.
If you're just a fan of rock music in general, go see it.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if you like Metallica, or not. You should go see it anyway.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, I don't know of anybody that's a rock music fan that doesn't like Metallica. Because that's just stupid.
Yeah. Because
It's
shame on you.
stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
We give it, we give it the horns,
Oh, yeah.
and overall, great experience.
Oh, just fantastic, yes. Just fantastic.
Yep.
So,
Good night, all.
yeah.
We're sore. We're wore out. We're tired. My body physically hurts just from sitting in a theater, and
Yeah.
I think it's time for bed.
It's time for bed for both of us.
So,
Maybe
see you
we'll
next
be-
time.